Okay, this is going to be the answer for those who pick the number 3. And as I say at the beginning of each of these sections, if you haven't already watched the video called The Experiment, you should, because it will give you an idea of how to make sense of the information that we're going to get here. So as usual, I'm going to shuffle just quickly to the left, off the top, gather them up. And then we do this 3 times, 3 being the number of emphasis. And it's sort of a good idea, I think, to shuffle a bit, because it's like a new beginning, or it gets rid of the past and sets things up nicely for the present. So take some off the top and to the left, turn the middle card and gather them up again. And we do that 3 times, and then you can shuffle for as long as you want or as short as you want. And I think it's a good idea for the reader to do the shuffling, because you're more used to the cards and the size of the cards and so on. Whereas a questioner, it's really, they can drop the cards all over the place and drop them onto the floor and so on. So it's maybe better if you, the reader, do the shuffling. And since we're going to get the right answer anyway, the questioner doesn't have to handle the cards and put his or her energy into the cards, into the deck, as a lot of people do, or a lot of people say. So, card number 3, or the answer to those who pick number 3, the 3 of Pentacles. So, if you know this is the Rider deck. If you know if you know this deck, the 8 is the card of the Apprentice, the 8 of Pentacles, whereas the 3 is the card of the Craftsman. And so, I think if we take that idea to begin with, so now is the time for you to capitalize on what you're good at. You can make a list of your strengths, and so somebody might be applying for a job or figuring out what they're going to do next to make money, or in business or at work. And so it's a good idea, or if you make a list of your strengths and what you're good at, or what you're better at than most people, or decide what you lack and what strengths and abilities you need to develop, and then go and develop those skills. So for instance, somebody could decide that they're in a job and they get a lot of Spanish-speaking people to deal with, and the Spanish-speaking people always have to speak English because you don't speak Spanish. Why not learn to speak Spanish? Or if you're in a job and you want a promotion, or you want to switch to another department, but in the other department they're looking for people who understand accounting or who've taken accountancy, then the thing to do is figure out where you can learn how to be an accountant, or where you can take a course, a night school course, a college course, 1 or 2 credits to become an accountant, or something, depending on what. You're meant to become the master. You're meant to become skilled, skillful, expert in what it is that you do. You're meant to become very good at whatever it is that you do. It doesn't have to be work. It could be you play the guitar and you're okay, so you take time to learn to become really, really good. Or it's that kind of idea where we're looking for expertise and mastership and skill, the development of skill in whatever way. So if you've been thinking about taking a course, now is the time to take it. And so we have coins. Also represents money, so it may be that you want, particularly at the moment, to make more money, because 3 is, I don't want to get into symbolism of planets and so on, but 3 is the number of Jupiter, and Jupiter represents expansion. So if one of your main concerns at the moment is to make more money, a lot more money, then it should be based on what you're good at and what skills you have and what new skills you can develop. Okay, pentacles up here, coins, they also represent values. And so that means you should know, or you should have figured out, or you're going to be better off when you know what it is that you care about. You should make I seem to be talking about making lots of lists at the moment, but Figure out what it is you care about. And when you know what you care about and what you value, you're going to be in a stronger position to make correct decisions about what you should do in the future. Because if you know that, for instance, you like people and you value connections with people and conversations and light-hearted moments, as well as hanging around with people, then you should figure out how you're going to get people in your life in the future. Whereas if you are pretty much a loner, and you prefer to be alone, and you like being on your own because you don't like interruptions and you get an awful lot more done when you're left alone, you should know that about yourself and figure out what should be done in the future, what direction to take or what steps to take now, so that you can have more of what you care about in the future. So it's a good card. The Three of Pentacles is a good card. So now is a good time. And so things go well now and things go well in the immediate future. It's a time of expansion. You may take trip. You may decide you're going to go on a long trip, and that would fit in as well. Your company may send you, let's say you're living in New York, the people you work for may send you to Dallas or Texas or California for a conference. You can get things like that happening with this particular card as well. But generally speaking, it's a good card. It's a time for expanding and taking what you've got and doing more with it, or doing extra, or doing things which will enable you to do more in the future. And it's that kind of time period now. And because we've got three people here, 1, 2, 3, you're going to find that other people will help you get what it is that you want, or people will help you to go in the direction in which you want to go. Okay, so even if you're a loner, other people are still going to be good to you and good for you. So don't turn them away. Not that you probably would anyway, because I think even if you're a loner, you know that other people are on your side at the moment and will be into the immediate future. So that's for card number 3.